sometimes referred to as the vertical velocity indicator (VVI). These instruments measure the difference in atmospheric air pressure when climbing or descending, and as I mentioned before, these instruments use only static system, no pedal system, only static system. Measure the difference, like when you go up, atmospheric pressure change, right? Okay, conclusions, name, 3 names. Vertical velocity indicator, vertical speed indicator, rate of climb function, measure the speed of airplanes when climbing or descending, measurement, feet per minute. You can remember like this, everything that concerned about height, it's always come in feet, okay? Last one, altimeter, the altimeter. An altimeter is an instrument used to measure the altitudes of objects above a fixed level. Class, I want you to change the word fixed level to sea level. So you know that what means like above sea level, because altitudes mean height above sea level. เปลี่ยนคำว่า fix เป็น sea ไปเลย sea level. Measurement, can you guess measurement? Feet. Class, information about altitude is really important, especially if you fly with contact with an air traffic controllers, because at that case, it's not yourself to how can I say, to choose the altitude that you want. It will be an ATC job that chooses altitude for pilot, okay? If you don't have any information about altitude, it's going to be dangerous because there might be an aircraft higher than you and there might be an aircraft like lower than you. If you don't have like exactly information about altitude, mid-air accident is going to happen. And in ATE2, we're going to learn how ATC put airplane into different level, like how can they manage the flow that make the airplane flow. Conclusions. The name is altimeter and function is measure, you can say altitudes of an airplane, okay, or height above sea level, what you want, and measurement, feet, okay, feet. For example, if ATC might ask pilot like, what is your altitude now? We can say now we are flying at 11,000 feet, for example. Okay, gyroscopic instrument. Flight instrument, gyroscopic instrument. Three basic flight instruments are the gyroscopic principle of operations. These instruments are. Class, if you look at your textbook, okay, because I already told you that we're going to learn 3 topics today. So in your textbook, it consists of lots and lots of information. The one that I didn't talk in this class, you don't have to read it, you can cross it, okay? You don't have to read it, just focus on what I teach in the classroom. อันไหนที่ครูไม่ได้สอนหนูก็ไม่ต้องอ่านเลยนะคะครูจะไม่ออกตรงนั้นเลย Okay. And เดี๋ยวก่อนให้ดูถามก่อนดีกว่าจำได้บอก Do you remember 3 gyroscopic instrument? 3 gyroscopic instrument, they are altitude indicator, heading indicator, turn coordinator. จำชื่อเดียวมันง่ายไป So these are gyroscopic instruments. For altitude indicator, if you find that teacher is really confused, I'm really confused between altitude, altimeter is really similar and it's very difficult to remember. Just remember it as artificial horizon. Okay? เผื่อแบบอะไรเดี๋ยวเขียนผิด attitude เปลี่ยนเลยไปจำว่าอะไรแทน artificial horizon is the same thing. Okay. Second one, heading indicator, you can also call it as directional gyro or gyro compass. Okay, heading indicator, directional gyro, gyro compass. ชื่อเดียวหนูจะตายแล้วค่ะ 3. Third one, turn coordinator, turn and slip indicator or rate of turn. Rate of turn. We have rate of climb and then we have rate of turn. Rate of turn. เห็นไหมให้เวลาครึ่งนาทีในการ memory ชื่อสิ่งต่างๆลงในหัวอะไรนะคะ bank indicator ไม่เอาให้จำว่า turn and slip ดีกว่าOkay. So we start with attitude indicator or artificial horizons. Before we looking at the details, I want you to look at the instrument case first. This one is very, very interesting instrument. Class, if you look at the instrument case, as I mentioned before, you're going to find two separate parts. The top part is like, in every case is always blue, okay? And here, the lower part, it can be different colors, don't worry. The top part refer to sky, okay? Whereas the second part refer to ground. And class is really small, but I hope you can notice it. Between the ground and the sky part, between the blue and the brown part, you're gonna see a small lines, white line here that separate the top and the bottom part. Can you see that? มันจะเป็นสีขาวอย่างเงี้ยค่ะตรงเนี้ย This one is called artificial horizons. That's why we call this type as artificial horizons. Okay? The top one and the lower one, this is called artificial horizons. Class questions. Why something is artificial, which means it's not the real one, right? It's fake horizons. Why do we need to have fake horizons? Because when you fly in the sky, you already see the horizons, right? But how? Why do we need to have this one? Yes, that is the reasons, but there is another reasons behind that. Why do we need to have? Class, we need to make sure that we coped in every situations. It's not every time that sky gonna be clear. Okay? There is a case that you have to fly with storm. You have to fly with cloud. There is a chance that you fly into a big cloud. In front of you is cloud, behind you is cloud, beside you is cloud, and you cannot see the horizon. Okay? It can make you confused. That condition is called vertigo. You don't have to write it down because we will study again in ATE too. When vertigo occurs, what's going to happen to pilot? You might fly upside down like this without realize that you fly upside down. Because surrounded you is cloud, you cannot see the environment, you cannot see the real horizon. That's why it's make your brain confused. Even you fly upside down, you cannot notice yourself. You think that you fly straight. Okay, this is the reasons why we need to have these instruments. เดี๋ยวเราไปเรียนใน AT 2 ว่าเกิดขึ้นได้ยังไง conditions แบบเนี้ยคราวนี้ดูมันบอกอะไร attitude indicator names refer to functions. So can you tell me what information that you're going to get from the attitude indicator? Attitude of an airplane or motion of an airplane, movement of an airplane. And you can put into bracket pitch and bank motion. Pitch and bank motion. Class, everyone show me. What is it? Bank and roll. What is the movement of bank and roll? ทำยังไงทำเลยให้ดูซิ roll ทำยังไงจำได้ปะ roll กับ bank. Pitch Pitch, yes. So these instruments will tell you whether aircraft is roll or pitch. Okay, the movement of an airplane, roll or pitch. The small miniature aircraft shown on the front of the instrument is part of the instrument casing, which is attached to and moved with the real aircraft. When the aircraft climbs, descends, or banks, the pilot can see the attitude of his aircraft in relation to the horizon. The small aircraft will be shown above or below the horizons or in bank in relation to the horizons. Class, if you are a pilot and you keep an eye on the artificial horizons or attitude indicator, you can avoid the conditions that I referred before, which is vertical. If you fly upside down without realizing that you fly upside down because you feel that you fly straight, but once you look at the attitude indicator, do you think what's going to happen with the instrument if you fly upside down? Yes, the ground part's going to turn up. Or even you fly with the bank angle, but your feeling tell you that you fly straight. But once you look at the attitude indicator, you know that now the airplane is in bank position. Okay, so these instruments tell you about movement of an airplane in bracket, pitch, and bank. Just high roll bank, whatever you want. It's same. Okay, this is attitude indicator. Class, before we looking at the heading indicator, I want to show you this one. This one and this one, same instrument, but just different case, but it's same. เหมือนกันแค่หน้าตาไม่เหมือนกันแต่คือเป็นชนิดเดียวกัน this one. But this one is different. Class, what is it? The middle one? Can you tell me what is it? The middle one? The first one and the last one is yes, heading indicator. What about the second one? Magnetic compass. Class, when you walk into the cockpit, you're going to find two instruments that tell you about the heading of an airplane. Make sure that everyone understands because next time, I will use this word a lot. Heading, when I said heading, I mean directions that the airplane flying to. Okay? Directions that the airplane flying to. Heading. วันหลังคุณจะไม่มาบอกแล้วนะว่า heading แปลว่า direction นะคะ When I say heading, everyone know what I mean. Okay? The heading indicator and magnetic compass, both of these instruments tell us about heading of an airplane. Questions: why we need to have two? Why not only magnetic compass? Why not only heading indicator? Why we need two? In case the one damaged or any problems, so we can't use another one. But actually, the reason is magnetic compass is really stable, very stable. But look, it's really hard to read. Okay, when airplane in some motions for pilot, it's really hard to read the magnetic compass. Okay. Second one. This one is very stable, but when you operate it, you need to deal with two big problems. เราจะไม่บอกว่า two big problems คืออะไรเราเรียนใน ATE 2 อีกแล้ว มันจะมีค่าเบรกบ้าบอคอแตกอะไรเดี๋ยวค่อยไปเรียนตอน ATE 2 เอาเป็นว่ามัน stable แต่มันทำไมคะ We have two big problems and it's very difficult to read in some motions. So we have another one that's easier to read and understand. As I mentioned before, information about heading is important because first reasons, it's not yourself to assign the heading that you want to go. It's ATC again. So if you don't have like accurate information about heading, there might be another aircraft and again, what's going to happen? Accident. The second reasons, if you fly jet airplanes and again, if you don't have information about heading, you get lost and then you run out of fuel, what's going to happen? Engines will automatically shut down, run out of fuel. So information about heading is really important. Magnetic compass in an airplane is very difficult to read due to motions of the airplane. The directional gyro use the gyroscope in order to provide a stable heading reference. So the function is to tell you about heading of an airplane. Class, you know the measurement. When we talk about heading of an airplane, we always say it in, for example, this aircraft heading is 180 degrees. Measurement is in degrees. Okay? And class, remember, in aviation, when we talk about degrees, we don't say this aircraft heading to 180. No, we read one by one. 180, 247, 270, 360, 909, for example. We're not going to read like 90 degrees, no. Read one by one. And for zero, in spoken English, you can say O, right? But in aviation, especially communications between pilot and ATC is always zero. Okay? Runway ก็เหมือนกัน เราไม่อ่าน runway 27 เราอ่าน runway อะไร 27 อ่านทีละตัวเห็นปะคะยกเว้น feet เราจะอ่านเป็นแบบ 10,000 20,000 อันนั้นมันยาวไป The directional gyro must, however, be set to magnetic compass every 15 minutes. So, because frictions of the bearing of the gyro and other outside reference cause it slowly creep away from the original setting. This is another reason why we cannot have only gyro compass, because in terms of stable, magnetic compass is more stable. Okay, this one you have to set like every 15 minutes. Okay, นะมาสรุป C names. Heading indicator, directional gyro compass, function, tell information about heading of an airplane, and measurement is in degrees. Artificial horizon doesn't have measurement because it's tell about the movement. Okay. Turn coordinator. Class, let's take a look at this one first. This is an original version. We call it turn and slip indicator. Okay, the old versions. Some old type of aircraft still use this one. But nowadays, we have this version which is called turn coordinator. Class, when you turn an airplane, you need to have proper angle and proper speed. Okay? If the angle is too high or too low, or the speed is too fast or too slow, there is a chance that suppose that you roll, right? And your aircraft going to be like this. If it's not in proper angle, which is really dangerous, your airplane might flip out. Okay? How to use is very easy. It's like you playing a game. When you turn, try to make this box is called inclinometer. You don't have to remember it. The white one is inclinometer. And can you see the black ball here? If the black ball here is to left or to right, it means you are not into correct angle. Try to keep the ball into the middle. It means that now you balance speed with angle. Okay, this is called turn coordinator or rate of climb. Both type of indicator provide indications of turn directions. And look at this one, and quality as well as back up informations of bank informations in the event that attitude indicator damage. The primary difference between the two is the display of turn or roll information. Class, suppose that you're a pilot and you fly. After flying 10 minutes, you look at the attitude indicator, artificial horizon, and you find out that it can't work properly. Okay? You notice that, okay, the artificial horizon can't work properly. Now, you're not going to have information about the movement of an airplane, right? But you can use this one as a backup in case that artificial horizon is damaged. You can use this one but you're not gonna get complete information. You're gonna get only raw information with no pitch information เห็นไหมคะเขียนว่า no pitch ใช้แทนได้แต่ไม่ complete เพราะจะไม่มีอะไรไม่มี pitch มีแค่อะไร rawชื่อมีอะไรบ้าง first one turn coordinator turn and slip indicator rate of turn คงจะ rate of คลานนะเห็นปะ rate of turn function tell the pilot about correct angle and correct speed when turning an airplane correct angle and speed when turning an airplaneคราวนี้ก็จะให้เวลาเหมือนเดิมคนละ5 นาทีเพราะข้อนี้จะต้องเขียนนะใครโดนเรียกแล้วเราจะไม่เรียกซ้ำOkay so เดี๋ยวคุณจะเรียกคนแรกก็เลือกเพื่อนให้ครูนะ Yes you because you are in the front row Okay so I will give you a hint and then you write down the name okay this instrument can be used as a backup information for number 2ไม่เขียนตรงนี้เขียนตรงนี้ can be used as the backup information for number 2ฮะหมายถึงอะไรขอ2 ตัวแรกเดี๋ยวหนูรู้แล้วใช่ไหมมันคืออันไหนชี้ก่อนเอาใหม่จะขอ2 ตัวแรกมันมีหลายชื่อจะเอาไหน No เกือบถูกแล้วอีกนิดนึง R first letter is R if you want that name Okay. Okay. Thank you เลือกเพื่อนที่คนหนึ่งเอาข้างหลังให้เลือกแบบข้างหน้าข้างหลังสลับกันข้างหลังไปหนูไม่ต้องเดินไปก็ได้หนูเรียกชื่อเขาก็ได้ไม่รู้จักเลขได้ขออนุญาตมีปัญหาอะไรเดี๋ยวกูเคลียร์เองแล้วดูต้องเดินไปอ่ะเขารู้แล้วใช่ไหมว่าหนูเรียกเขาโอเคเอามาค่ะ โอเคเอามาเร็วโหอ่ะ for this instrument is not very stable so you might need to set it every 15 minutes it's not very stable you might need to set it every 15 minutes when operate you might have to set it every 15 minutes when you operate this one. Nine, whatever. We have many names, so you can choose anyone you want. ครูอาจจะเอา instrument อันที่เรียกไปแล้วก็ได้เพราะมันมีหลายชื่อถูกปะโอเคอ่านเรื่องมาคนหนึ่งเอาข้างหน้าหรือมาจากข้างหลังเรื่องข้างหน้าโอเคคราวนี้ this instrument use both ramp air and static air. These instruments use both ramp air and static air.ถ้าตอนสอบเขียนแค่ air speed จะไม่ให้คะแนนต้องอะไรด้วย air speed ไม่ครบนะ indicator สะกดให้ถูกนะคะใช้ตัวอะไรสะกดโอ้เดี๋ยวมันมีคนใช้ e ระวังให้ดีนะอ่ะคุณเลือกข้างหลังมาหนึ่งคนค่ะต้องเดินไปเหมือนกันเหรอตั้มโอเค This instrument has no pitch information. This instrument has no pitch information. ไม่เป็นไรคุณบอกแล้วคุณจะเลือกอีกอันด้วยย่ำหน้าไม่มีหลายชื่อ Has no pitch information. Okay, very good. Okay, you choose. เอาสาวๆได้ข้างหน้าตรงกลางได้หมด Okay. The measurement of this one is feet per minute. The measurement of this instrument is feet per minute. Feet per minute. Feet per minute. We have many names, right, for this one. Okay. This instrument use only atmospheric pressure. This instrument use only atmospheric pressure. คืออาจจะเป็นอันที่เพื่อนเลือกไปแล้วก็ได้อาจจะเป็นอันไหนก็ได้ก็ไม่รู้ atmospheric use only atmospheric pressure ครูใบ้ให้ว่ามันมี2 อัน I give you a clue it's we have 2 but 6 is already write down so the other one is number 6อ่ะมันมี2 อันใช่ไหม6ออกไปแล้วเหลืออันนึงที่ใช้ only atmospheric pressure มันมี2 อันถูกไหมที่ใช้ atmospheric pressure 6ออกไปแล้วเหลืออีกอันนึงคือ class can you help which number 3 number 3 can you remember the nameเลือกตรงกลางมาคนหนึ่งสาวๆอ่ะ
เอาใครดี
ให้เขาค้นเวิร์กนี้หน่อยนะเขาโดนทั้งกลุ่มให้เขาเวิร์กอื่นบ้าง
เอาปอแล้วกัน